Hello, this video is for hips and tight glutes and hamstrings. So I hope it helps you and you enjoy it. Find a comfortable seat, either cross-legged or with straight legs, and just arrive here. As you arrive, notice your breath and see if you can deepen your breathing. At first, the focus is on the inhales, breathing in and breathing out. And we'll slowly start noticing simply the exhales, and the inhales will happen naturally. So to relax the muscles, the focus is on the exhales during stretches. And this breath is a great reminder to breathe while we're stretching or while we find ourselves in a pose. In a seated position, we'll simply rock from side to side, side to side. And this is just to get cues from the body. We'll do some seated cat-cows, and that's simply coming forwards and back, forwards and back. Once your spine agrees and you get comfortable, you might be able to round your spine as you exhale, move back. Arch your back, your lower back area as you move forward, lifting your heart, shining your heart center. Simple movements here, arching and rounding the back body, the front body. Warming up our spine, our hips. And once you're ready, we'll come into all fours. Simply placing palms on the floor, rolling onto all fours. Once you arrive onto your hands and knees, a few cat-cows here, rounding the spine as we exhale, and then arching the back as we inhale. Rounding and arching. Of course, the head follows the spine. I arch and around my lower back area. It starts from my tailbone. So the tailbone starts and then ripples all the way to the back of the neck, into the crown of the head. And again, the tailbone leads, and the rest of the body follows. Now, if possible, have your fingers soft on the floor, the elbows bent, shoulders away from the ears as you make your cat-cows. We'll gently come back into a neutral spine. So a neutral spine. We'll rock our hips from side to side. Simple hip dips from side to side. These hip dips might feel ever so wonderful on the glutes, on our hips. If you're able to, we'll start looking at our left foot, at our right foot, left foot and right foot, making C shapes with the spine from side to side. Here we're going to go into a bit of a twist. We're back into all fours. We have a neutral spine. We're going to lift the right arm up into the sky above and thread it between the left arm, left thigh, and we'll find ourselves in a twist here. Try this 2 more times, breathing in, lifting the arm up into the sky above, breathing out and twisting. Again, your right side of your head, right shoulder touches the floor. 1 more time, breathing in, the arm lifts up, breathing out, threading. Last and final one, you'll stay here, simply breathing in and out. And you might notice that the back body is opening up like a braid, all the way from your right shoulder to your left hip. There's this opening happening. You can keep your left hand exactly where it is. You can have it in one line with your spine, kind of with the left fingers towards the top of your mat. You can massage your left glute or left hip area joint. You can place it on your lower back tailbone, wrap it around your right thigh. You can point it up to the sky. Lots of options. From here, we'll slowly push earth away. Come back to center. And again, a few rocking of the hips from side to side, Or maybe looking at your left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. And then we'll try the other side. So I'm just going to switch positions here on my mat, and you can stay exactly where you are. Once you are ready to send the right arm lifts up into the sky and threads. Actually, we've done this side, so it's the left side. It's the left arm that lifts up into the sky and threads between your right arm right there. So 2 more times. Last one. Breathing in, arm lifts up. Breathing out, it threads. If there's too much pressure on your head or neck in this position, all you have to do is just move the hips back a little bit towards your heels. You might find that it takes the pressure off your neck, off your head. The left arm is quite relaxed here. The fingers have curled in. You can place your right hand wherever feels comfortable for you. Again, the trick is to breathe, the breathing into our shoulder blades, breathing into the lower ribs. You might even notice the diaphragm pop wide open and then come back together. And breathing into our belly, into the lower back area, into our kidneys, and then finally breathing into the tailbone, into the sacrum, into our glutes, our hips. To come out, we'll place the right palm on the floor, nice and secure, pushing earth away, coming back to center. Any sort of movement that feels good. Still breathing, still breathing, still breathing. Now we're going to go into a lunge position. You might like to walk your hands a little bit to the left, making room for your right leg to step forward. Stepping the right foot forward. A little bit of adjustment. The left knee might move back, might open to the left a little bit. So you'll make adjustments for your own body. We'll gently rock forwards and back, forwards and back. We're just rocking forwards and back, more than anything, getting information, softening parts of the body that don't need to tense up or engage. That could be our gaze, our jaw joints, our shoulders, elbows, palms, fingers. And here you're going to find somewhere more stable for yourself. You're going to find yourself into your lunge position. This low lunge. And the left palm ever so gently touches the floor. So left palm arrives on the floor. Right hand, you might be on your fingertips, or maybe decide to place your right palm on the floor as well. And we're breathing. The breath, of course, physically is happening in the lungs, but energetically we're going to send the breath downwards, all the way down into our hips, into the place of the body that needs that kind of extra attention and extra opening. After our third and final breath here, we'll place the right hand on our right knee. We'll gently come into a twist. So you're just twisting towards your right knee. Again, you can close your eyes, you can have your gaze at a point, at a focus point. Find your breath again and send your breath a little bit deeper. And the breath is around the groin area, in our hips, in our glutes, in the back body a bit. Now, if you wish to go a little bit further, and this is not good enough, you can keep your left palm on the floor, right under your left shoulder. Left shoulder moves away from the ear, and the right arm reaches up into the sky above. Now, there is no need, if you try this, you're like, oh my good gosh, this is just not necessary. Then please forget about lifting the right arm up into the sky above. If your arm is up, you'll bring the arm back down. We'll start walking the hands towards the back knee. Hands will start walking back, and then the right leg or that front leg will straighten. The toes will point up to the sky above, dorsiflexing at the ankle joint, and you might notice that, oh, you're getting a nice stretch in the hamstring muscles. Just see if you can slowly rock your right foot from side to side. Just gently rocking on your right heel from side to side, and see how that feels like. As you find something kind of loosening in your legs, little striations of muscles here, they kind of feel like guitar strands. They start loosening. You might like to round your spine. You might like to straighten the spine. Sometimes it feels nice to rock our hips from side to side, rocking the hips from side to side. We're still breathing, still breathing, still breathing. And we'll slowly, slowly come back to center. And you can walk your hands even a little bit more to the left. And finally, release that right leg. We'll drop into child's pose. Slowly, slowly leaning back and dropping into child's pose. Now in child's pose, you can have your big toes touching or not. You can have your knees hip distance apart, shoulder distance apart, or wider if you prefer. You can come onto the floor, your forehead touching the floor, your forehead touching a stack of palms, stack of fists, whatever feels comfortable. Now, once you find yourself in child's pose, simply breathe and notice, does the breath energetically move all the way down your spine, into your belly, into your hips, into your lower back area, or do you feel it just in your chest and ribcage? And so see if you can breathe a little bit deeper. And as you breathe deeper, your lungs kind of inflate in their full capacity. Your shoulder blades move away from each other. Your intercostal muscles, or those breathing muscles between each rib, get a nice big stretch. And filling up this rib basket. This is where we're massaging our muscles through our breath or with our breath. Softening our jaw joints. There's a big relationship between our jaw joints and our hip joints. And then we can slowly, slowly, gently, gently breathe in. Push earth away. Come back to all fours. Reset ourselves. This time walk the hands a little bit to the right. Just make room for the left foot to step forward. As the left foot steps forward, you can bring your hands back on your mat, somewhere more stable for your body, gently leaning forwards and back, leaning forwards and back. The back toes are a key, so sometimes some people are comfortable placing their back toe pads on the floor, and sometimes it feels best to place the toenails on the floor. So you find whichever feels most comfortable for you. If there's too much engagement in your shoulders, soften up the elbows, allow the triceps to take the weight a bit. So just warming up the hips here, taking notes. The body, the breath has tips for us constantly, so simply listening to the breath. Body tighten up or loosen up. From here, slowly, slowly, we're going to come into that twist. So placing the right palm somewhere more comfortable for this pose. The right shoulder stays as is. And we'll place the left hand on our left knee or left thigh. And we'll gently twist to the left. Still breathing, still breathing, still breathing. And the focus is the hips. So breathing into our hips. Sending breath down into the hip joints and the femur head and the acetibulum and the hip sockets. Again, if you wish to lift your left arm up into the sky, but one line with your right arm, you may do so. If you find that that's not useful for you for your practice, then please ignore me. If the left arm is lifted up, we'll slowly, slowly bring it back down to the floor. We'll gently, gently walk the hands back towards that back knee. As you walk the hands back, your left leg might straighten. There might still be a bit of a bend, whatever feels right to you. So there's no right or wrong. Wrong is when you're in pain and you ignore the pain and go further, or you kind of push the body. Again, the rocking of the foot from side to side, arching or rounding of the back if you wish. Rocking the hips from side to side, that might feel glorious. Still breathing, still breathing, still breathing. Softening at our jaw joints and our shoulder joints. The trapezius muscles, the traps will soften. And then we can slowly, slowly walk the hands a little bit to the right to make room and relax the left leg. Once the left knee touches the floor, we'll find ourselves into child's pose. But this time you might like to place your hands somewhere else. The arms beside you with your thumbs touching the outer edges of your feet. The arms in front of you, close to the top of your mat, palms facing up, palms facing down. You might like to just place your hands under your forehead. So whatever feels comfortable to you, and we'll take a rest here. We have 3 more breaths to go. Nice big inhale. Big exhale, sigh it out. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, sigh it out. Last breath here. Nice big inhale for 1, 2, 3. And exhale, sigh it out. And on our next inhale, we'll slowly, slowly, gently push earth away. Mindfully coming back to center. We'll walk the hands a little bit closer to the top of our mat. We'll lean forward into this high cobra. Then we'll gently lean back and find ourselves into child's pose. We'll try that for 2 more times. Inhale, coming back to all fours. Exhale, dropping into your cobra. Inhale, back into all fours. Exhale, dropping into child's pose. Last one, breathing in into all fours, breathing out into your cobra, breathing in into your all fours, and breathing out into your cobra, or child's pose. Full breath here, nice big inhale, nice big exhale, and then we'll slowly, slowly push earth away. Ever so gently come to sit back on our sit bones, on these ischium bones. And once you arrive onto your sit bones, you can straighten your legs in front of you with a little bend in your knees. So you might like to have your feet dorsiflexed here. By dorsiflexing our feet 90 degrees at the ankle joint, you might find that your sit bones kind of open up and they land much more secure, much more comfortable on the floor. And sometimes you rock from side to side, moving the body cushions aside. Might feel comfortable as we breathe in, inhaling, rolling the arms nice and tall. The rib cage moves away from the belly. As we breathe out, we'll lean forwards or stretch forward. And then as we exhale, we'll kind of drop into the forward fold. In your forward fold, you're simply breathing into your hips. So breathe in, follow your breath all the way down into your chest, rib cage, belly, pelvis, into your hips. Find your hips as you exhale, soften and surrender. Let go. You're going to be hearing me say the word soften or surrender or let go. It's just simply letting go energetically or mentally of any sort of holding or tension, gripping, engagement, unnecessary engagement. Last breath here. So short holds in practice are mainly for the muscles here. Longer holds are for the connective tissue, muscle to muscle or muscle to bone in a joint area. We are going to come out as we breathe in. We'll slowly, slowly come back up to center. We'll bend our legs, allow the knees to fall wide open. I like to rock yourself a bit from side to side, side to side. And then you decide if your feet are happy where they are, great. And if not, you can bring it a bit closer. If they're too close, your back rounds, you're like, oh, this is not so comfortable. Move the feet away from your hips, somewhere that your spine grows tall. So taking cues from your breath is a good one. As you breathe in and find your breath, your rib cage is going to move away from your belly. As you breathe out, you lean forward. And as you finally exhale fully, you'll drop into a forward fold. Now this forward fold, if you come down with a round spine, you'll feel it more in your vertebra, which is beautiful. Between every vertebra, And get a nice yummy stretch. You can even tuck your chin in. You might find a stretch in the back of the neck. If you've decided that no, you just want to focus on your hips, you're more than welcome to come back up to seated. And again, this energetic heart center, where the sternum, the manubrium, the top bone, you just lean forward as if it's getting pulled forward, or there's a string attached to the center of your chest, and it's pulling you forward. And you might find that coming forward with a straight spine is going to open up your hips. And that's what you might want to just be focusing on instead of your spine. In yoga, the spine always comes first. And in life, for me anyways, the spine is always taking priority, and then the extremities. So making sure that your spine is in a comfortable position, there is no pain. Again, we'll relax the jaw joints here. It's our last breath in this forward fold. Finally, we can push earth away slowly, coming back up to center. Helping with the hands and bring the knees back to center. We'll place the hands behind us. We'll rock our knees from side to side, side to side. As you rock your knees from side to side, you might like to open your feet a little bit wider. Or you might decide to bring your feet a bit closer. You'll know what feels much more comfortable or useful for your practice here. Here, if you're able to, we're going to straighten the left leg, placing the right ankle on our left thigh, allowing the right knee to fall open to the right, and then gently gliding the left heel on the floor until the left leg bends. So in a figure four position here, opening up the hamstring muscles even a little bit more. You might find a nice opening on the right thigh, right hamstring muscles. Some people round their spine, and if you notice that you've rounded your spine is going to take the weight or the opening instead of your hamstrings. So you might have to start straightening the spine, neutral spine. And once you find that neutral spine, your tailbone is kind of nicely dug into the floor beneath you, and the hips will open up for you. Here we'll rock our hips a bit from side to side, side to side. Again, remembering that if you like to hold each pose, you're more than welcome to 6 long breaths. We'll give you 1 minute and you'll have an idea of time. If that's what you want to work with tendons and ligaments, then hold the pose long. Yeah? Then to come out, we'll straighten the left leg, we'll straighten the right leg. You can tap your legs, backs of the knees, calves on the floor, rocking feet from side to side. And we'll take a break from the palms, the wrists, the arms, shaking out the arms as we inhale, lifting the arms up into the sky above. As we exhale, releasing the arms. We'll reach forward, you can interlace fingers. And then we'll reach up and release the arms. We'll try the other side. Leaning back, placing palms somewhere comfortable, bending at the elbows. And then we'll place the left ankle on our right thigh. All feels good. You'll glide your right heel on the floor until the right leg bends. You'll wait here patiently, finding your breath, softening your body, any excess tension anywhere unnecessary. And then once you're ready, you might like to straighten your spine. And it might even feel good to bend at the elbows if you wish. Some people lean back and come onto their forearms. That might feel juicy. Simply breathing, breathing, breathing. A bit of rocking of the hips from side to side might feel good. So a stretch is not a stretch without a breath. It really has no purpose. You'll open up the body just for that moment, and then once you're out of the practice, a few minutes later, you're back into a bit of an engaged body or shortened muscles. So making sure you're breathing, breathing, breathing. Bigger you breathe, longer you breathe, it will last longer for you. We are going to come out as the right heel glides away and the left leg straightens. Again, we'll come back into sitting on these sit bones on ischial bones. Breathing in, lifting arms forward or sideways up into the sky above. Reaching up and pretending on will protect your neck, and then softly coming to lie down on your back. So just a few more minutes here. We're lying on our back, a bit of rocking of the knees from side to side might feel glorious. You might like to reach your arms on either side, T-shape, pretend yawn, a big stretch, fingers wide. You might like to lift your arms above your head, one line with your spine as you rock your knees from side to side, side to side. And then we'll slowly, slowly bring the arms back to our body, placing hands wherever feels comfortable. We'll cross the right leg over the left leg, and we'll stay here a little bit longer. Right leg is crossed over the left leg. Hips are comfy, hopefully. Then we'll start walking the left foot to the left. So the left foot, heel toes all the way to the left side. Your right hip is going to find an opening, and it's going to let you know to stop at a point. Once you find that perfect spot, you're going to rock your knees from side to side, or the hips from side to side. After you rock for a few rockings, up to you how long you like to rock for. You can do this for minutes. It feels wonderful for the hips, the lower back area. But for the purpose of this practice, at this moment, we'll drop the knees to the left side. So the knees will drop to the left, and you can open your arms T-shape if you wish. You can bend at the elbows with the back of the palms on the floor. You can massage your right hip kind of joint area. You can massage the glutes if you wish, the piriformis if you prefer. So some people like to make a bit of a fist and kind of gently tap the muscles here. Some people use their finger pads or thumb pad and give themselves kind of myofascial releases, pressure points. That might feel juicy. Of course, if you find any knots in your glutes, it's a good one. Just kind of keep your finger pad on that knot until you breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. And with one exhale, you'll feel, whew, it just released for you. Now, for whatever reason, if this twisted roots is too much, you've crossed your right leg over your left leg, and you've dropped your knees to the left, and it's simply too much, you're more than welcome to uncross your legs and have your knees drop to the left. We are going to come out of this pose. So with the help of your left hand, we'll gently bring the knees back to center. We can uncross the legs. Any kind of movement, shaking the legs, bending and straightening the legs. You might like to make circles with your legs going opposite directions as if you're rowing a boat. You might like to make circles with your knees going the same direction as if you're stirring a big pot of soup. And then we can make circles the other direction as well. We'll come back to center. We'll place the feet back down into the floor. And we'll try the other side. So we're crossing the left leg over the right leg. Opening the arms as wide as it feels comfortable. Palms facing up so the shoulder blades can disengage and soften. We'll wait here a little bit more patiently until the jaw joints soften. You might even notice your mandible, that kind of lower jaw falls open a bit, falls backwards a little bit. Kind of rocking from side to side, side to side. And only once you're ready, you might like to start walking the right foot a little bit to the right. A bit more rocking might feel wonderful. And we'll drop the knees to the right here. And again, if you like to massage the left glutes, the left piriformis, you may do so. Arms straight, wide T-shape. You can place the weight of your right hand on your left thigh or left knee. That might feel good. You might like to reach your left arm above your head. That might feel wonderful, kind of opening up the left side of the body. So you have the option, the choice to move or make adjustments for your body and what you're hoping to achieve, accomplish, open, lengthen, strengthen. Again, to come out with the help of your right hand. As we breathe in, the core muscles will engage. We'll bring the knees back to center. And then slowly uncrossing the legs. You can stay here for a few breaths, kind of dropping into Shavasana or corpse pose. And this is just 1 minute in corpse pose or Shavasana equals to 7 minutes of REM sleep. So as long as you're mindful of your breathing, completely giving all your joints and all your muscles all the rest they need, even 1 minute is better than jumping up and heading out or to your next chore activity. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you have found it beneficial for your body. Please leave comments below and I'll see you next time. Namaste.